What a beautiful time to be alive. The best time to be alive, I will submit to you, an idea submit to you. I am Ambassador Dr. M.D. Alige. I will be taking you on leadership series every week. Sometimes you have my message, you have my training sessions 3 times in a week, sometimes 4 times in a week. It depends on how busy I am. I want to encourage you that you should always listen to it, because if you consistently listen to them, they are going to literally transform your life. You will never remain the same. You will discover that all you have not been able to achieve in the last 1 decade, you will be able to achieve it in this year 2024. I want to encourage you to listen to it regularly, and you will never remain the same. The people around you will never remain the same also. Thank you very much. Hello there. You're welcome to my program on leadership training again, which I titled Leadership Solution. Generally, this is what I call it. This moment is for leadership solution. And today I'm going to be talking on a subject that is important, cardinal, significant for leaders across the world, irrespective of your level of leadership. You could be a student leader, you could be a community leader, you could be a religious leader, traditional leader, a political leader, an institutional leader, a father, a mother, and a leadership figure in the society, in the community where you find yourself, in your place of work, a CEO, an executive director of an organization, your establishment. What we have today is very, very important to you and to everyone. Today, I shall be talking on your Eureka Moments. Eureka Moments. The word Eureka is a word that is used to express excitement when a discovery is made or discoveries are made. In the first centuries, a story emerged of a scientist, a profound scientist named Archimedes. There was this city at that time called Syracuse, and there was this king, heroine, who was presented with a crown made of pure gold, as claimed by the goldsmith that presented it to him. But then, individuals around the king suggested to the king and told him that the crown was not actually entirely made of pure gold, that the goldsmith must have substituted it with some other materials like metals and other materials like that. And so the king thought of what he could do. He didn't know what to do. Eventually, he thought of calling or reaching out to Archimedes, who was a profound scientist, known, recognized, regarded as a solution provider, panacea provider in his own days. And so he contacted and sent for Archimedes. Archimedes was with him, and he told him, he said he wanted Archimedes to prove that the crown that was presented to him, given to him by this particular goldsmith, was either entirely or not entirely made of pure gold or not. So Archimedes thought hard for a long time, but he couldn't get a solution. Panacea wasn't coming. And so he kept on thinking, and that's why I want to talk to you and emphasize to you that there is a place for thinking in leadership. And so one day, Archimedes filled his bathtub with water, and then he'd entered into the bathtub, and then some water, of course, flowed out of the bathtub. And then it occurred to him suddenly, on the spur of moment, that the weight of the water that came out of the bathtub was equivalent to his own part of the body that was submerged in the water. That was how, as history have it supposedly, that Archimedes ran out naked, shouting, "Eureka! Eureka!" In the original Greek, it means "I have it." He was so happy and he was so delighted that he could get a solution, panacea, to the conundrum or puzzle, if you like, that the king had given to him. Archimedes happened to be a solution provider, a panacea provider in his days. He came up with that, what we call Archimedes principle, which means the force of buoyancy. That means the upward thing on an object is equal to the weight. That's the downward force now, displaced by the fluid. And these principles have been accepted universally, generationally, globally, and it has solved a lot of problems. I want to tell you, as a leader, you are there to provide solutions. You are there to provide ideas, workable idea, practical idea, pragmatic, empirical idea that will bring solutions, succor to mankind. And that's why you are there as a leader. You are not just there as a positional leader, a figurehead, if you like, that is just there occupying the space, not doing anything, not creating solutions, partnerships, and bringing ideas and making life much more comfortable for people. That's why you are there. Let me regale you with another story, as history brilliantly and eloquently put it. It was in the days of Henry Ford. He actually invited an industrial expert to come and help him to carry out a kind of research in his place of work, to actually go around his place of work and recommend people of any style for being fired or sacked, if you prefer. And then when this industrial expert came, he walked around the company, the industry of Henry Ford. He walked around from morning till evening, and then in the evening, after he had observed everybody, all the staff, he submitted to Henry Ford that I have been walking around since morning and I could only find one person that I would recommend for firing, to be fired, to be sacked, And then Henry Ford curiously, inquisitively asked him that, who is that person? And then this industrial expert said that, yes, that man, I watched him from morning since I resumed. I took up this work. I took up this assignment since I resumed in the morning. I've been walking up and down, checking orders. I saw him that he sat in his office in a particular place from morning to evening. He never left his office. He never walked out. He just remained there all alone. I saw him writing some things. After some time, he will sit down and he said, so all your staff are okay, they are good, they are hardworking, they are smart workers, and I would recommend that you retain all of them, except this person alone that I saw just sitting down and taking his head down and taking his head up and then writing occasionally. And then Henry Ford screamed and said, wow, he's the best staff. And then the industrial expert was surprised, shocked, they will call him. And he said, why? He said, you know, this man is responsible for most of the ideas that are generated, produced, gotten in this organization. He said, what is his duty? What is his responsibility? His responsibility, he responded, that is Henry Ford, that is to sit down every day and think. He was employed to primarily and entirely, completely think for the organizations. See how important, how central, how significant, cardinal thinking is as a leader if you do not take time to think. Now, I want to submit to you, thinking is as important as where you do it. You want to be intentional about it, number one. That is the primacy of thinking. That's number one. Number two, the place where you do your thinking. You could decide to dedicate a particular place in your house. It could be in a public library. It could be in any other place, at a zoo, anywhere you think that there is serenity, calmness, and then quietness. You can't do it there. You can't do it in a house also. Then the pad, that's number three. That's what you are going to write on. Then the pen, we are going to use. This fourth thing. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Leadership Solution, Leadership Panacea. I look forward to having you another time listening to me. I want you to subscribe to this. I want you to share it with others. And as I have always promised you, if you consistently listen to this Leadership Solution, Leadership Panacea, you will discover that what you have not been able to do in the last 10 years or a decade, you will be able to do in the next 1 year. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. To me, I appreciate every second you spent in listening to me. I want to tell you that time you spend listening to me is time invested, and you will never remain the same. I encourage you to share this with others. Subscribe to it, and as you consistently listen to it, keep on listening to it, you will never remain the same. Thank you very much.